Yes, my friends, welcome back to the channel. And yes, our Phoenix, Arizona housing market is shifting into a buyer's market. Or is it? But what I wanted to break down today is the video for you guys as a home seller. If you're considering on selling your house here in Phoenix, Arizona in 2022, what you as a home seller should be considering and what you should know about our current Phoenix real estate market. And it's very important because I have two listings that went under contract, and I had to really be upfront with my home sellers and be like, look, the market is shifting and this is where I think I see it going, and we need to get ahead of the curve here. So what I want to do is bring in some charts, show you some information. If you're considering on selling your property here in Phoenix, Arizona, this is what you need to know as a home seller here in our current Arizona market. And I'm just going to give you the nuggets, all the information, just like if we were meeting face to face and we were going to list your property for sale. And I'm going to have the discussion with you here, just like I had the discussion with my sellers and the listings that I have on the market right now that are under contract, in the pending stage, and one of them has sold. So with that being said, let's get right into this video. Do us a favor, like I said, we need to push this video out to people so they can get educated about the Arizona housing market, especially if they're a home seller or home buyer. So if you could do us a favor, click that like and that subscribe button and that bell to get notified once we drop the latest video. I mean, we're just bringing you some home buyer content, home seller content, and the Phoenix real estate market updates, so you can be mindful if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, relocating, or moving to Phoenix, Arizona. All our information is below. The links are down there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so I want to show you this listing that I have in Tolleson that we actually sold last month. Now, at a very good price point of $440,000, this house has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths with a loft, and it's 1979 square feet. Let me go show you the photos, and it's in a very, very lucrative and hot location where first-time home buyers purchase their house. There is a lot of new construction around this area as well, but I want to kind of give you the backstory of this property and show you exactly that how we didn't get multiple offers. There was no bidding wars. And doing an open house on this listing, I was surprised on how little the traffic was when the interest rates changed. So let's go take a look at the photos and you can kind of get a glimpse of what this house looks like. So you can put a picture in your mind saying like, hey, I am a home seller here in Phoenix, Arizona. I want to sell my house, but I kind of have to know what's going on with the Phoenix housing market as well. So let's go take a look at this listing right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so here is the property right here. As you can see here, it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a loft. It's kind of like an office room. It was 1979 square feet right here, and we had it listed for $440,000. And it took us actually, let's see here. The pre-listed was $425, went up to $440, just because that's how, when we put your property in the MLS system, I put a dummy price there, and then we reevaluate, and then I talk to you and discuss you like, hey, I think we should start here. What are your takes, etc. So as you can see here, FHA is back. This is with the FHA property that we sold to buyers. So it was a FHA buyer. 30-year fix, no seller concessions. It was a normal listing. But the one thing it took 32 days to sell it, okay? Now, if we go to the history here, I just want to be truthful and honest here, is we got it under contract. We listed on, here we go, is we did a coming soon on April 25th of 2022 right here. It went live on April 28th of 2022. Here is the open house I was telling you here on April 29th of 2022. And then we went under contract on May 30th of 2022, and we closed on June 3rd of 2022. Now, you can look at this property. It's immaculate. It's in really great condition. It's like a brand new house, to be honest with you, except for the backyard, right? Because we helped them purchase this house back in the day. And but if you can look at the photos, it's a very well kept property, almost brand new flooring. Look at that kitchen, and it amazes me that when I was doing the open houses, we didn't have that much traffic coming in, for one. And for number two is we didn't have multiple offers. We had a lot of traffic as far as real estate agents bringing their clients into the property. And as inventory rose here, we didn't get those bidding wars and multiple offers. We had one solid offer and we took it on this property. And but yeah, we didn't have any kind of bidding war. So if you're out there looking for a house as a buyer, you don't have to be doing these multiple offers and bidding wars anymore. But the most important thing as a home seller is you have to realize is we have to price it right out of the gate. Okay, price it correctly right out of the gate, because you don't want to be slashing your prices, because then the buyer's going to be thinking that something's wrong with your house. So it's very important in the shifting market where inventory is rising and rates are rising, right? We have to discuss that price range on where you want to be at so we can sell it and get you to the goals or the targets that you want to go to, whether it's buying another house or relocating to another state. But I do feel that the price points right now, we've hit the top as listings has come up. Yes, we'll see some appreciation still as a homeowner, but it's not going to be drastic like it has been in the last 4 years. So with that being said, I just wanted to show you that property and give you the specifics and the specs. If you're thinking about selling your house here in Phoneix, Arizona, and you're a home seller, we really have to have that hard conversation about price, what your goal and what your targets on what you want to do, because the market is getting a little soft here if you're putting your house on the market. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the next chart I want to show you is actually active listings for sale. So I want to show you what's going on with the market right now. Especially if you're a home seller, you really need to know what's going on. So let me show you exactly what we're looking at here. This is the MLS system, okay? This is what realtors use to list your property for sale and show clients properties that they can buy. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit active here, and we're going to do single family detached homes. So this is no condos, this is no apartment flats, no mobile homes, no townhomes, etc. So this is what we're looking at is we have 11,574 homes for sale across Maricopa County and Pinal County. And as you can see on the map, this is how it looks like in the map. Now, back last year, we only had about 3,500 or 4,000. So you can see here is that inventory has rose to the amount of 11,574. Now, what I want to do is I kind of want to take you here to, let me open this up again, is active supply. Okay. So this is the active supply right here. Now, this is brought to you by the Crawford Report. Like I said, I love to see the data so I can present it to you as a home seller to make sure you know the facts, you know the details of what's going on with our real estate market. So if we look at active supply, okay, you can look at the dates here, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. You can see we're up here at plus 102%. And you might be like, oh my God, that's a scary chart. That's a very, very scary chart. Well, yeah, it might be a scary chart because it's trending upward, right? But you'll be surprised on what the trend looks like, because it's not just on the price point of that specific price point. And I lost my chart. Hold on real quick. Let me come back here. Okay. So this is what I want to get to right here this is the price point. So from 300,000 to 400,000 price range, if you're a home seller and your house is going to be listed between this price range, we still don't have a lot of inventory. So that being said, is you might get multiple offers here, but like I said, you might not. It just depends on the location, how your property looks, and how it shows. But the inventory is really not growing that much here because this price range has came and is gone. So what we're seeing, the massive inventory and influx of properties being listed is between the $400 to $1.5 million range. I mean, look at this chart from here of March 2022 right here to April of 2022. It has shot up over here to 7,449. So if you are a home seller in this price point, $400,000 and above, all the way up to $1.5 million, make sure you sit down with your agent or with myself and we can break this chart down and we can see what's going on in the price point, whether you're from 400 to 450, 450 to 500, 500 to 550. I mean, we just got to break it down and be specific with the math and the details and let you know exactly what is going on with this real estate market, because this is the scariest chart here. This is the price point where all the inventory is at. Okay, then we have a little bit jump as well at 1.5 to 3 million, plus 48%. But you can see here we're at a plus 188% between 400,000 and 1.5 million. So we really got to break this down. You as a home seller, if you're considering on selling here, you really got to look at this data and be like, okay, if I put my house in the market, you know, I'm not going to get the multiple offers, for one. Number two is I might have to give some closing costs help, okay? Because what buyers are doing right now is they're actually using that money to buy down the rate because rates are so high. So you got to be very, very, very detail orientated on the numbers and the math. And if you're looking to get your property sold because we might have hit that top price point, you're looking to cash out and go run and buy something else. And remember, you fall in love with the home, right? You date the rate, because I'm going to put myself out there. I think the rates will go back down in a year and a half. And so you just date the rate for a year and a half to 2 years and then refinance later to a lower mortgage rate. So it's buy the house, live in the house, and then date the rate. That's kind of like an investor mindset. That's what we did is, you know, we bought the house at higher interest rate. When rates fell down really low, we refinanced all our investment properties. We dated the rate. We got them very, very low. And our primary residence, we did the same thing. Is we bought the house, we had a high rate. And when rates went down, we just refinanced and we dated the rate. So just put that concept in your mind as a home seller. If you're thinking about selling your house to go buy one to live in, right? Or if you're living in that state or relocating, you really have to break down this chart right here. We have to go from price point to price point to price point, see the inventory, days on market, what's under contract, what's pending, what's sold, and what's active, your competition. Because this chart right here, if you're in this price range between 400 to 1.5 million, this is the key chart right here if you're thinking about selling your house. So I did mention the closing costs help, right? So what we're seeing here as a listing agent is we're seeing the contracts come in. And I talked to my title company and they're seeing FHA offers come back. Okay, so we're seeing on these contracts across my table and across my title company that's right across my office here is they're asking for closing cost help. Now, they're not asking for closing cost help to get their loan, is they're asking for that closing cost help so they can use that money to buy down their interest rate to make their payments lower. Because as prices are higher, they're needing some kind of help to come in, not help to come in with their down payment and their closing costs, but they're asking you for the closing costs so they can buy down the rates. Some of these lenders have programs out here where you can buy down the rate to help with your mortgage monthly payment. And we're seeing that across the offers that have come across the table, and especially my title company. When I go over there every Thursday, get an update like, hey, what are you seeing across the table here? They're seeing FHA offers are back. They're seeing closing costs help to buy down the rate. We're seeing home warranties. Okay, people are asking for home warranties now. I'm seeing is inspections. Okay, they're no longer, buyers are not waiving inspections. So if you're a home seller, this is what you're going to see in your contract. Okay, 10-day inspections, closing costs help, home warranty. There's some FHA properties out there if you're in that FHA number and below. And then they're also asking for appliances. And now we're seeing sellers doing repairs. Okay, some of my clients who are buyers, we're seeing sellers saying, hey, yes, we'll repair this, we'll repair that. Or number two is that they're going to give you guys a credit, right? Home sellers are giving buyers credits to say like, hey, I don't have the time or the effort, I don't know who to call to get these repairs done, but we'll give you $2,000, $3,000 off the purchase price in lieu of repairs. So you're exchanging money in exchange for repairs. So as a home seller, right, and what you should know as a home seller here in this Arizona housing market is these are some hot topics we have to sit down and discuss, because this is what I'm seeing across my office and my table, and this is what I'm presenting to my sellers. Hey, this is your offer. It's a really good offer, but here are some of the things that they're asking for, right? And then I go into my title company and I get an update every week, like, hey, what kind of offers did you see across the table? What are they asking for? What are they not asking for? You see in closing costs, help, home warranties. And this is the discussion that we're having every Thursday once I just walk across my office. So like I said, I actually subscribe to the Crawford Report, and I want to show you exactly what Tina Tamborn has came out with. If you are a home seller and what you should know about our current Arizona housing market, I think it's very important that you guys really read this. And if you want a copy of this, just leave a comment below, shoot me a message. All my contact information is below here. You could DM me, you could text me, whatever you want to do. But I want to show you what she says with what's going on with the housing market here. Let me move my big fat head out of the way. Let me make me smaller. I'm gonna put myself down here in the bottom corner. So, okay, right here, we are here for sellers. As competing supply continues to rise, certain sales measures as expected to start changing rapidly. One of the most dramatic measures is percentage of closings over list price and median dollar amounts over asking price. So in April of 2022, we saw 58% of sales close over asking price of $20,000. So as a home seller, to be educated in our Arizona housing market, yes, you're still getting bidded up to $20,000 over your list price. Okay. Now in June, we saw that drop to 51%, and now that price has dropped to $15,000 over. Okay. But this depends on the location. Okay. It depends on the location and the house, the comps, etc., and us calling other agents who have listings to be like, hey, how many offers did you have? How many buyers came through? How was your open house? So we really have to judge everything now because the market is shifting, not into a buyer's market yet, but it's heading that way. Just because rates are so high and prices are so high, it's hard for somebody to come in and afford a house. Okay, so even in weaker sellers markets, excellent properties, well priced, receive multiple offers and sell over asking price. Okay. The difference is that they typically only make up about 15% of the sales, with a median $3,000 over. So you see, it's only 15% properties are getting outbidded, are getting bidded over list price, $20,000 and $15,000 over. The rest are probably about $3,000 over. Okay, so she says it right here. The market isn't back to normal yet, but it's moving in that direction. Now, this is a very important point. As an investor, as a real estate agent, as a home seller, you always want to sell in a seller's market. You never want to sell in a buyer's market, because if you sell in a buyer's market, you're going to have to start cutting your price and you're not going to get top price. So you always want to be moving your properties and selling in a seller's market and purchasing in a seller's market, because you're going to get more appreciation. And yes, the rate is higher, but you're going to make more money in a seller's market than you will in a buyer's market. Okay. It's the golden rule of thumb of real estate. Okay. Now, let's take a look at price reductions are now up 258%. This is exactly what I was just saying right now before I showed you the chart in 10 weeks. But just over the past 5 weeks, the days on market prior to contract has started to rise as well. Okay, over the next 4 weeks, expect that number of closings over asking price to drop sharply, along with the dollar amount as expected to be reduced by our contingencies, price negotiations, paying for home warranties, closing cost assistance, right? So we are actually heading into this market, like I was telling you before, is you as a home seller, you're going to be seeing these offers come across your table asking for these closing cost assistance, home warranties, appliances, repairs, etc. And the closing cost is going to be because they are going to ask for that money so they can actually reduce the rate. So we're not in the buyer's market yet, but for some, it does feel compared to the last 2 to 3 months as a home seller. So just, hold back, sit tight, relax a little bit. And that's my wife in the background making some noise. Okay, so just that's what it's not like a rat or a rabbit in my office. So, just sit back and relax. And then, We have to come to a meeting and an agreement to see exactly what price point you're going to be in. Look at the data, the months of supply, the inventory, what has sold, what has came active as your competition. And if you're trying to make a move as a home seller and you're looking to sell and cash out and go buy something, now's the time before this inventory rises, because once this inventory rises, you're going to see these price cuts keep on coming down. And that's only if you need to sell, right? So we have to sit down, talk about your goals and your priorities. But I just wanted to bring this to you, this chart and all this information to you, because I know there's some people, I met with some people in my office who are on the fence, and this is pretty much a video for you as what home sellers should know about the Arizona housing market here and what's going on. So with that being said, once again, Victor Huerta, 14 years of experience here in real estate in Phoenix, Arizona. Do us a favor, like I said, we need to push this video out to people so they can get educated about the Arizona housing market, especially if they're a home seller or home buyer. So if you could do us a favor, click that like and that subscribe button and that bell to get notified once we drop the latest video. We're just bringing you some home buyer content, home seller content, and the Phoenix real estate market updates, so you can be mindful if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, relocating, or moving to Phoenix, Arizona. All our information is below. The links are down there, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks.
If you have any questions, email me at victor@freeagentproperties.com. Again, that email address is victor@freeagentproperties.com, where we release new videos each week on home buyer tips, home seller tips, the Phoenix housing market updates, so you can be mindful when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate. We will talk to you soon.